wonderful, amazing. Today is really important for us because we have to be learn some new things. Every day is not equal day. So I decided to invite one person. Just came over here to share a lot of views, and his knowledge is very important for us. He has a lot of experience, more than 20-year experience, so he have a command on English language. So I just invited Richie over here to join this live session and sharing his views, and I am hoping that he will be joined within 1 second because I'm waiting for him. And thank you so much all the viewer who just joined this live session, and thank you. Dua, how are you? Everything is all right on your side? Maybe my filter is not perfect at this moment, but anyhow you have to wear it. Yeah, I'm waiting for my guest, and finger crossed, hopeful this session is very fruitful for all of them. Yeah, today I decided to discuss two important topics. Oh, Richie, how are you? Can you hear me perfectly?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly, my friend. Now, that's fantastic. It's a little bit. I
Thank
have.
you so much. I'm very
Yes.
happy to be live with
No.
you,
Good.
and you are awesome. As before joining to you, I just try to share my viewers that you have a lot of experience, maybe more than 20-year experience. That is really I think so. It is very valuable for us, and hopefully this session will be more profitable, fruitful, amazing for all our viewers. Before this start discussion, can you discuss about yourself? Can you share yourself? Can you introduce yourself to my viewers? And
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. My name is Richard, and I'm a teacher of English. Okay. I live in Hungary. I used to live in England and in the north of England, in Yorkshire,
wonderful.
and I'm a great fan of English language. Actually, I was watching Scottish history right before starting. You know that. I was watching.
Okay.
I was watching the siege of Stirling Castle, which happened in 1304. Was one of the wars of the Scottish independence you know in Scotland against England, and that's fantastic. It's one of my favorite
Wonderful.
periods in uh, in British culture. William Wallace, Robert the Bruce, and some.
I think so. You have a lot of knowledge about history. I think and you try to be spend some time watching different movies who just give us some information related to the history, and it's really awesome.
Yeah, and that's it. Traveling culture and history. Yeah, that's the topic. That's the topic. Why
Okay,
is it
so
why is it my favorite? Because Donato. Because
yes, he my friend. So
because
Toronto.
I'm a great fan of British history. It's really interesting to me because I used to be a great American English fan. Now I don't really like it, and I didn't really like English. I mean English like
You
British.
William
Now
Wallace
because of
Was a
living
fearless leader.
sorry,
My viewers don't know. My friend is saying that William Wallace was a fearless leader.
I'm not English. I'm not Scottish. I'm Hungarian. Un I don't know. Unfortunately, maybe I must say that. But I'm not. But I used to live in England. I used to live in England. Used to live in the north of England, in Yorkshire, and because of Braveheart, I just fell in love with the culture and the history of the Dark
Okay,
Ages and the early Middle Ages. That's
it-
it, most basically.
okay, respectable Richie. I have seen that most of the people like to discuss about history. They like to learn about history, and there are so many importance why we want to learn history and how it puts some influence in our life in terms of medical, in terms of knowing about our culture, and these are the things that we have to be learn through the history, and we can improve ourselves by learning or understanding what we did in the past. What we did in the past, that is the big, that was the results of our disaster. So we can learn so many things from the history. But it seems to me that most of the people do not think that history is important factor to discuss, or history is important to us. They think that it is better we just try to believe in the current moment and try to be understand and taking knowledge at this moments, rather than spending some time to know about history and something like that. So what is your perception about history, and what is your speculation about the history?
First of all, carpe diem. Seize the
Sorry.
day. Carpe diem. Seize the day.
Okay.
That's it. And it was also said by a historical figure. So if people say carpe diem or seize the
Okay.
day in English, they actually, to me, it's a contradiction because this proverb was actually said by a historical figure. And if it wasn't said by a historical figure, we wouldn't have heard about it. So if you say carpe diem or seize the day in English, you actually contradict yourself. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah. You. But I think so. I am asking about your
I
opinion.
mean, I
What do?
got but the person, not you contradict yourself, but the person who says actually we don't have to learn about history and learn about our past. But if that person says, okay, just carpe diem and things like this and seize the day, come on, that was said by a fucking historical figure. You are just contradicting yourself because that's a proverb from a historical figure. So actually, you're quoting history. Isn't it some kind of a
Yes.
wonky territory?
But I got your point. I know about the importance of history, how it is significant in our life, how we learn so many new things, and there are so many research-based history. So it's quite good to learn about our problem. But again, there are some people.
For example, you, because you want to be a expert, a chemical expert, and you want to do service to mankind, I think. How could you do service to mankind if it weren't for, some people from the past who you could learn from? Do you understand what I'm
You
saying?
you are absolutely right. But just give me 1 second to
Okay,
clear to you.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
Some, because that's in this time, technology is too vast, and if people are wondering to learn about something, they have to be spend much time. So some scientists, or we can say one psychological thinking, believe that we have to be learn about those things that are present in this moments, and then try to be work so that we can improve, rather than we just try to be analyze and compare yourself, compare ourselves from the history and then do. So it's mean the people think that in this world there are so many problems, so many things that we have to be discussed, or we have to be learned, rather than going back searching about our ancestor forefather, what they did and how they did, to know about the culture. So they think it's look like a time wasting. Other than
Uh-huh.
that, we have to be innovate something for our future. We have to be work hard to do or learn some new stuff that would be put some better influence for our youngster, for the young age people. So these types of mentality are exist in this world, and they think that's okay, we do not need to be spend some time on learning history, it is too long from this time, so it better to move forward rather than thinking backward.
Yeah, that definitely. And in my opinion, that's progress and improvement and advancement. And that's how you can you can kind of go forward. But of course, everyone always think about it. For example, as I know, Leonardo da Vinci actually used Archimedes's blueprints or something as well. For
Okay.
example, Archimedes was a philosopher and inventor in Sicily, Syracuse, I think. That's why I went to Syracuse, actually. I traveled to and visited Sicily just because of, and Syracuse, where Archimedes lived, just to pay homage to Archimedes. And I
These
was
words are
in the museum, and they were telling me about Leonardo da Vinci and Leonardo da Vinci's inventions, which were kind of improvements on Archimedes's blueprints and plans. So think about it. We wouldn't have an aeroplane if it weren't for Archimedes some 3,000 years ago. That's
yes,
it.
yes. Okay. But the things that you are saying, the words or the scientist name that you are using, it is totally out of my mind because I have never read those things and I have never read about them. Maybe I have to
I never
read.
I never read. Actually, I hate reading and despise reading. I don't read. Never read anything in my life. I just you know, hear things,
Okay.
see things, and try to remember them. That's what I do.
Wonderful. It's quite amazing. So anyhow, we will discussing about we will discussing some tips and tricks in the later part of our live session, so that our viewer can learn better. So, okay. So how you feel that history can change our life? I just try to be share one or two things. Let's say if someone has some problems, cancer or maybe some viral or viral ailments during the periods of some time, so we can learn by go through what's happening in the past and how it occur, so that it's quite easy to find out some cure by knowing about
For
the
example,
problems.
yes. For
This is the
example,
one.
yes.
Yes,
For
and
example,
second,
yes.
yeah, second thing that we how we can use the history in a productive way. We learn history, we read history, we analyze history, and we can understand the culture of our forefather and ancestor. So by learning history, we can save the culture. We can save the culture or uniqueness of different part of the world. This is the two important things that history can give us. Third things, history is called the identity of any area, identity of any person. So we can't deny about the history. Maybe it look like that it's waste of time for someone because they feel
Uh-huh.
that it's quite boring, it's monotonous, it's mundane or tedious. They feel these types of words when they are reading or thinking or mean to say listening the history books and histories podcast, something like that. They feel sometime these types of problem. But again, there are so many important things that we can gain, just like that research. If we just the things that you are highlighting before my words, research is based of generation. It is not that it is
Yes.
just in spontaneous. It is the going process. We are doing
Yes.
something different step by
Yes,
step.
exactly. Exactly, my friend. Yes.
Yes, if I
Think
try
about
to be
it.
simple.
Someone had to, for example, invent wheels. Now we
Yes,
have cars. If someone hadn't invented wheels, we couldn't have had cars. Simple, isn't it?
yes, but again, Some people think without putting so much stress to analyze about the history, just like that. If I just took the example of take the example of one thing, cycle, or mean to say automobile vehicle, so they think why we are putting ourselves in so much troubles to analyze how the car is invented, rather than just put the car, use the car for their convenience. So these types of mentality at present, they think okay, so but if we want to change something, then we have to be analyze the process how it's evolved, and then we can add it.
Exactly, my friend. Think about it. That inventor who actually invented the cars, I think it was Henry Ford in 1876 or something. Look at the first cars and look at Tesla cars now.
Yes.
What's the difference? What's the difference? It's totally different, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
That's what improvement and advancement and progression means. We don't drive the same cars as people in 1876 maybe, or 1889 or 18. I'm not quite sure about the date, but I'm quite sure about that car, the Ford car, doesn't look
Yes,
like a Tesla car because
totally right.
improvement. That's it.
Yes, I think if you want to put something or add something or alterate something, then you have to be know about the typical procedure, that how they explore, how they invented, and then we have to be add something. Other than that, it's quite difficult, because without knowing the purpose of the instrument that are using in anything, we cannot able to suggest anything, because we do not know what's the purpose of anything in that are using in any technology or anything. So the things
Exactly,
that,
my friend. Exactly, my friend, and you understand me perfectly.
yes, okay,
Because every little change comes from something that has been or had been invented before. Any kind of idea, any kind of thought, any kind of invention, they build upon each other. That's what I think.
yes, yes,
And that's why we need to know about history. And when we say history, when I say history, and when we talk about, when we think about history, it's not just the history like battles and history of countries, but history of cars, for example, history of medicine, history of healthcare, isn't it? History, yes, or history of a language. It's
yes,
also history. Because history, just like anything else, chemicals. What are chemicals? Tell me about chemicals. It's wide. It's a wide range of topics included into one bigger, greater topic. That's what history is also. And sports. What is sport? When you ask a person what sport is, maybe that person says, let's say, water polo. The other one says curling. The other one
okay.
says
What?
chess.
Sorry for
And
butting for but sorry for
right?
butting you. We'll discuss the sports in the later next 30 minutes. We just try to be restrict only history for this
Yeah,
these
yeah,
30
yeah.
minutes.
I was trying to explain something because what I'm saying is when we think about history, most people think about battles and politics and things like this, but it's a wider topic, just like sports, because running, football, curling, and even skiing and chess, they also sports. So it's a wide topic, wide
Yes,
range of.
absolutely. I think so. Everything is evolved step by step. Every
Yes.
sports, every instruments, and especially the personalities. Especially the personalities are also evolved step by step. The actors are all actors when they start doing something at initial ages. They are not the same that we are
And
seeing right.
and my friend, do you know who else evolved step by step?
Who else was evolved step by step?
New Kids on the Block.
Sorry,
I'm
can you repeat
telling you,
again?
New Kids on the Block. They also evolve step by step. Ooh, baby.
Yes, we can't deny that things are not evolved. If we deny,
Exactly.
so it's mean we deny we deny reality. Reality is not deniable. We can give our perception, but we can, if we are, let's say, if I say there is no presence of any animal, so it's mean I deny rather than yeah, undeniable. Yes, absolutely, it is undeniable. Or okay, second thing, that what do you think, this question is quite related to your, mean to say, your attachment, your personal experience. Some people are claiming that it is not necessary for some student to teach art and history. It is better they just try to be only learn those subjects that they like to adopt, such like that science students, it is not better for science students to spend time on learning arts and history rather than just focusing on their dreams and goal. But on the other sides, on the flip side of the coin, some people are contradicted by saying that it is better to understand the knowledge of all those subjects. It may be helpful for their grooming, it may be helpful for later part of their life, but which is your perception? If if you have authority and someone asking you uh, which way is suitable to implement in your country or in your community to to grow or bring up the children, so what way that you will allow or suggest to anyone else?
My suggestion is going to be a history related accent. Oh my God. Why did I say that? Um, have you heard of the Spartans, my friend?
Yes, 300 Spartan.
Exactly. How? You know? Warriors.
Yes,
Warrior
yes.
culture. Yeah, the greatest warriors. Yeah. Child buggers as well, but doesn't really matter. But one of the greatest warrior culture of antiquity and ancient times. Yes. And not too many people know about it, but actually they were poets as well. And they also learned a lot of arts subjects, not just warfare, not just training for battles, training for wars. They were the warrior philosophers. That's what they were. They were doing. Sina, no, no, no. This person is Pakistani and he's absolutely amazing. Sina, please, thank you very much. His accent is absolutely amazing, and he's an absolutely amazing person, just like you,
I
Sina. And that's
Okay,
it.
okay. I think everybody have their own means style of speaking. So it is better to accept everyone rather than try to be argument. Okay, I am asking you, so you are giving the suggestion, maybe children have to be learn all those subjects at their initial age, or maybe just focusing about their only fields or goals that they want to go.
You know, I think they should be something like a so-called general knowledge, um, and then specification. That's what I think. But who am I? I'm nobody. I'm no one. So he's trying his best, Sina. That's okay. That's perfect. You're trying your best as well, Sina, and he's trying his best. Both of you are amazing people, and thank you, Sina, for coming to see me again. Hopefully, one day we're gonna meet again. Hopefully, one day I'm gonna meet my friend from Pakistan as well. So
Thank you
yeah,
so much.
there you go. That's what I say. So let's going like general knowledge. That's it. And then if you like, let's say mathematics better or prefer mathematics, or if you prefer sports, if you prefer what, like science subjects or chemistry, then specialize in that. But that's it. General knowledge and then specification. And as I said, the Spartans were the warrior philosophers. That's what I can say.
Okay, but if we think about some people feeling little bit hateism to study all those things. Let's say some students feel that, oh, why we are not able to learn different types of subject, we are not mesh, our personality is not meshed to understand all those things, we have to be focused. Let's say being a science student, someone suggest me why you are learning history and why you are wondering, you have to be focused on your engineering skills and focusing on it rather than putting
Of course,
yourself
yeah,
into a.
that's specification or specialization. I'm a teacher. I specialized in teaching English language, but I'm also interested in history, ancient history, dark ages, early middle ages, music as well, lyrics, films. So, but my main goal is to be better in teaching English. So I don't know. I'm focusing on my English always, but still, I'm focusing on my English by watching history channels or reading history books. No, not books. I mean magazines, online magazines. Books I don't read, but online magazines, yes, I do.
Yeah, pure
And
master class.
everything that interests me. Football. I watch football in English language. I watch documentaries in English language. I watch, I listen to music in English language. So everything's connected with English, but I also do something that is kind of different all the time.
Yes, master class. He is from Hungary and he teach over there. He teaches over there. So
And Skype as well, Skype lessons as well, yeah, Skype, via Skype.
okay, so, yes, pure master class saying that it is quite better to relate our teaching style by by comparing the history. By comparing the history, let's say in the class we just try to be say this is the car, and before the innovation of this car we use bicycle and something like train, and this time this is the quite good thing to teach as well as compare. Teacher can easily analyze how the thing, or students can easily analyze how the things are evolved with the passage of time. And the
Yeah.
second thing, you can hit one bullet by two birds, just like that. You just taught car as well as the previous time the bicycle, so it is quite good. So
Yes.
anyhow, but if you are asking me about, maybe I really support that those students what they want to learn in their life, they have to be focused on it rather than it is allow for everyone what they want to learn, they just go over there, rather than in at early ages we have to be restrict a student to learn all those things for all 5 to 10 subjects. And then when you are reaching some certain level, then you select your specification subject. I am not that kind of sporter. I try to be give the chance of anyone who want to learn whatever they this thing is suit their personality, they have to be pick it up and try to be work on it. because I have seen some students, let's say, in my in my personal life, I have feel or realized, teach in my country one subject is in English, and some students are feeling difficulty to learn about the English. They have some problems, and they when teacher are emphasized to read or write and something like that in English, they feel it's quite a burden for them.
Yeah,
They try to be,
yes. Yes, and
yes, they try.
that's why, for example, I always say when I started learning English, I started learning English by actually I'm a great rap music, hip hop music fan, and I started learning English because I wanted to understand what my favorite artists, my favorite lyricists, rap musicians said in their songs, in their lyrics. And that's why I started. And of course, Michael Jordan, I used to play basketball and there was an interview in English with Michael Jordan and I just didn't understand it. So I actually decided. So that was an coming, it came in, it came from the heart. I mean, it came from my inner inside, that kind of drive, that kind of, um, inner voice that told me that Richard, you should start learning this language because you maybe years later you're going to understand what they were talking about now. And that's how I started. So if there's something that interests you, you have to build up on it. Otherwise, it's going to be a burden, as you said it, my friend. So you're perfectly right. I agree with you.
If you have any question, so you can ask me. Otherwise, I have to be shift our conversation to the next topic. So if you have any question, you can ask me, and then we wrap up this topic and move towards
Yeah,
next.
I've got one question for you, my friend. Can I have it? Can I ask? Can I can I have
Yes,
the
you
question?
can. We hope it's
Only
quite
one, only
easy
one,
for me.
only one, just one.
Yes, yes, yes. Go on.
Will I win the lottery this weekend? Question.
Yes, we can. We can win the lottery. We can win the
No,
lottery
no,
of hearts.
fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if I win the lottery, I'm going to Pakistan right away.
Wonderful. Then definitely you will win. It does not
Uh,
matter. You win the lottery. You win the heart of Pakistani. You win the heart of me. This is more important. I think if you win the heart, then the lottery is not comparable to the emotion and feeling of other one. Just like that, when we are talking each other, when we make a companion, the companion is more worth is taking more
That's
worth.
why I want to win the lottery to
Yeah.
actually be by your side and talk to you, my friend.
Thank you so much. It is quite honor. Or if I have a chance, I will definitely meet you. Maybe in any place. I do not say where I can meet, but hopefully we will meet soon.
Maybe that's my only question. So go to the next.
Internet is just breaking up. Uh, uh, Richie, can you hear me?
Yes, of
My voice.
course, that's
Okay.
absolutely amazing. That this good, super good. It actually gets good.
Richie, you are just breaking up. I could not able to see you, not able to hear you. Yes, we are losing Richie. Yeah. Uh, I think so, Richie. You have to be change your internet connection. I do not want to lose you. But you, yes, but can you join me again?
Yeah, okay, just I'll be back.
Yes, you just joined. Okay. So anyhow, thank you so much for your opinions. And anyone who want to ask me questions that are related to sports and history, you definitely ask me in the comment or question section that may be in the bottom of your screen. And anyhow, that's quite good. You are sharing your views and you are sharing your knowledge, and you can share your point of view. If you want to highlight something that may be more better, we have to be discussed on those things, then you must try to be put in the question bar. And then it could be, oh, Robert, actually Robert, I cannot able to accept your request because today live is just for teacher Richie. Maybe in the next time you send me a message and I will go live in the next time, but this time is just for teacher Richie. Again, welcome back. Thank you. At this time, you look amazing, but your voice is not audible to me. Your voice is not. No voice, no voice, no voice. I can read your lips, but I cannot able to hear you. Okay, my viewer, can you hear Richie? I think if we are, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thumb up, show thumb up if you hear me. Okay, but I am not able to hear you. I think unfortunately this internet, this technology sometimes work like that. They just try to be distract us. They try to be dispatch us. So again, so you just
Is
join
it
again. Maybe
better now? Is it better now?
perfect now. It's work.
All
What's the
right.
problem? Have you figured out the problem?
I don't know. Sometimes it happens. Maybe we are we are watched. Don't know.
Yes, yes. We are watched with the high, with the under the supervision of high satellite again. Why is cricket such a famous sport in Pakistan? Oh, wonderful! It's a nice question. Okay, let's do it. I will definitely answer this question. Keep in touch with me. I will ask. I will answer this question. Today is the match. Pakistan Zimbabwe match was just finished before this live session, and Pakistan won, and it's quite good. Anyhow, I will discuss this why it is important in my country, why people like to play a cricket, and there are so many sports, but they try to be passionate about cricket. What is okay? Anyhow, so what if I ask you? Can you give me the definition of sport in one sentence?
Yes, football.
It's it is quite funny. So okay, football is your definition of sport. Why?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
why football?
it.
Okay, why football?
So
Why it is not a basketball?
why football?
Yes,
Uh,
why it is not a basketball, or why it is not a swimming and other sports, scuba diving, and there are so many other sports. But you, why you said football? I just try to be trap you.
okay, let me show you. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you. Just a second.
Sure.
Just a second.
Okay. Hopefully this time Richie want to do something unusual. Oh, what is it? Oh,
There you
oh,
go.
Arcelina, I'm a fan of Arcelina. Oh,
Arsenal
what?
FC.
Oh, wonderful!
Alright.
So it's mean you. This is the badge of Arcelina, if I'm right.
There you go. There you go. And
Number number 14, but I could not able to read anything because in front camera it is everything is look like. Oh,
and
again, it's new. This is the this is the shirt of, I think, what do you have, 23 number? It's look like a totally mean to say opposite, because in
Yes,
this in
it's
front in
basketball. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, North Carolina
Jordan.
University, University of North Carolina from the university. Michael Jordan,
Wonderful.
amazing. So basketball and football to me, sport is anything that
Okay, so at this time, hopefully,
actually any in my opinion anything can be a sport. It's to me sport is like
very
uh, like a pastime activity, maybe that's what I would say, pastime activity that
leisure time, a
that
free time
involve
activity.
that involves any kind of physical or mental activity to me.
Wonderful.
That's what sport is to me.
Okay,
And
that's
I prefer sports that involve or include physical activity. That's it.
okay. Okay, okay. That's quite good. So you are using sport as a leisure time, free time
Yeah.
activity, and
Yes.
rewinding yourself, recharging yourself. That's really good because you are using sport in a productive way.
Of course.
Anyhow, due to the innovation of technology, most of the youngster are look like a couch potato. They spend their time by sitting in front of some television screen, using electronic game, playing online game, and they are watching television, even though they are not going outside, engaging with people,
Mhm.
making understanding, make a how to plan a teamwork, and these types of thing is lagging in a youngster. So it is quite a good thing or bad, because people say that, so it is very very good because we can contact with those people who are living far away from us through this technology. So why we need to be go outside for playing football and any other sports in the ground? So I think it is not a it is not a better argument to saying that we are not going outside. It's create a lot of problems, especially the obesity, which is the one of the disaster in this universe. Can you hear me, Richie? But again, you are breaking up. I do not know what's the problem. Your voice is breaking up,
And
your screen is breaking up. Oh, unfortunately, again, it's quite terrible for me at this moment when sometimes technology is not work, because I think I have to be hate the technology and I have passed bad comment about the technology in this in sporting about my comment related to the sport. That's why it could be happen right now. Hopefully he will come back again. We lost him. Yes, we lost him. And I'm trying to be join him again, and because I have so many good questions related to the sports, and I would like to uh, ask with him, and I would like to discuss. So, PU Masterclass, if you have any question related to sports, you can ask me. This is real TV. It's happened. Yeah, you are amazing. Thank you for your all wishes. Your all are. Meanwhile, tell us about Pakistan. Oh, I will definitely discuss Pakistan. Thank you. Come back. Thank you. Welcome back. Hopefully, at this time it's work better. Can you say something?
hopefully. Yes, I can say something. Something.
Oh, wonderful. I can hear you. That's quite amazing because I want to listen your words again. And that's why
No.
I am. So, okay. Have you heard my last question? Maybe it's too big. It was too big. Can you understand it? Or maybe I have to be concluded.
I think I couldn't hear it, unfortunately. So maybe would you be so kind and nice
I
to repeat it again?
think my question is, people are spending most
Yeah,
of
I
their
know.
time.
Okay. Now. Yeah. I think That's just my opinion, of course, and I don't want to sound intolerant or offensive or whatsoever, but I, in my opinion, a sport, an outside sport, or it can be outdoors, indoors or outdoor sports as well. Sports actually which are not gaming, like football, handball, water polo, or just chess. Actually, they can help people with how they socialize. They socialize as well because they uh, they get in contact with real people in real life, not just a virtual reality or whatsoever. Of course, I also use chat platforms and chat rooms because that's how we met, my friend. Instagram is kind of a chat platform as well. And it can connect people like you and I from different countries, from different cultures. That's really good. But as humans, in my opinion, and it's not just my opinion, but as I know, it was Aristotle's opinion as well, but maybe
Okay,
it wasn't Aristotle, but and any other Greek philosopher's opinion is that humans are zoon politikon, which is an ancient Greek
wonderful.
saying or whatsoever, that us humans are social creatures. Maybe that's the best way to translate or interpret zoon politikon. And there's the politic so in it. And politic in English language, politicking, it also means to have a conversation because that's how we us humans because we cannot use telepathy yet.
One,
Uh,
okay.
uh, uh, that's why
So
we
many.
need to interact with each other. That's what I think.
You are sharing your views about teamwork. Sports is important because of teamwork. You are sharing that you are
Yeah.
using chat platform. That is important. Politics are also something like that to understand perception of different people. That's quite good. One question that's appear in our chat box: teamwork or sports or playing solo. I really like to play with the friend, with the friends, especially my team member, my crew member, because I really like it. I really like it because there are so many advantages in team when you are playing in a team. You learn so many things: how to behave in the
Mm-hmm.
sport, and second thing, you know about how to deal and how to manage yourself in a real situation, and you are a member of one team, so you have to be analyze all those things. So it is the learning, it is definitely a learning phase. And sometimes when something happen wrong in during the sport, so you also learn how to tackle the situation when you are winning or when you are losing. So how you maintain, how you motivate yourself, how you upcourage yourself, how you encourage yourself, how you boost yourself, these are the stages that is really helpful in any sports. I think that is really better. And as I am a social butterfly, so I like to engage with the people, and I think it is the best things that we can participate and we can gain the fame in the community, in any platform, by playing sports, by engaging ourselves with different people. And during playing, when we are playing with the team, you learn so many things with your colleague, with your companion, with your member of team, because they behave and you can analyze. So this is the best thing. So what about you? You like play a solo because you like two sports, football and basketball. These are all teamwork. We cannot say it's a solo game.
They are definitely not. And I prefer team sports as well. And for the same reasons you had mentioned before. That's it. For
Yes.
the same reason, for exactly the same reasons.
Yes, I am from Pakistan, brother. Okay, Richie, what do you think that? sports have the positive point, just like physical fitness, reduce obesity, look like in a body in look like body in a shape, and
Uh-huh.
you will energize, you will trigger yourself, your mental psychological thing is calm down, and how sometimes your heartbeat is maintained. So any else that you want to put and that come into your minds and you want to highlight it, why we want to spend some time in the sport?
Uh, I actually think that first of all, it's healthy, you know,
Okay.
moving and doing things, exercising, kind of.
Okay,
For example,
wonderful.
let's take basketball. You have to jump, you have to dribble, you have to rebound, you have to do a lot of things. Just like with physical sports, I'm not a mental sports man or fan or whatsoever because to me sitting by a chessboard is not really interesting, but for others, you know, can be. To me, it's not. So I'm more of a team sport and a physical sport fan, and I'm on that side of the things, and because when I used to play basketball and football, I can I can say that I was a little bit slimmer and I was a little bit more calmer. I was a little bit more focused and concentrated. That's what I can say. So to me, sports, I definitely gained a lot of things from sports.
Wonderful, because everybody have different perception and different way why they are doing some things in their life. Someone using sports as a tool, someone using
Hmm.
sports as a platform for taking the reputation in the community, someone using sports for maintaining their body, sharpening their
Yeah.
skills. So
Yes.
every person has different way why they are doing, and that is really different from one person to another. That's why I'm asking. So without playing sport, some people are not sporty. They think that's okay, it is just like a waste of time, or maybe we can say that it is not a productive activity. Just like if we take the example of businessman, most of the businessman feels that. So if we just spend this time in a business, that is more better to earn a lot of money rather than playing with
That's for them.
our.
That's for them. If
Yeah,
they think that way, they think that way. I think, a different way again. So it's just everyone's its own, I would say. But to me, I really miss sports. I really miss playing football with my acquaintances, my friends, and playing basketball with my acquaintances and my
I
friends
think so.
as
I
well.
think so.
That's what I can
What
say.
about bodybuilding? So you just comment on bodybuilding. Do you like some bodybuilding, or do you want to do some lifting heavy weight?
Yeah, I go to the gym when I have time. For example, I'm planning to go to the gym tomorrow
Wonderful.
as
Okay,
well.
planning.
It's not the same. It helps me unwind. It helps me relax, clear my mind out sometimes, and let off steam, and
No.
kind of aggression as well. So sometimes when I have something that really bothers me and just let it go, just like Elsa in Frozen, let it go, let it go. You just and while listening to music and actually I while I'm doing the exercises, while I'm working out, I still learn English because I've got my. Let me show you.
This today you
I,
are up.
I've got my absolutely amazing headphones and still
Oh,
learning English while working out. That's also a good thing to learn English. Working out and listening to English. That's it.
wonderful. So, Pooran, yes, I like to play a football, soccer, especially whenever I have a time. But I go outside playing with my members. But I play as a defender in my team. I play as a defender, and I'm good defender. But uh, my always midfield player always show aggression to me because I'm too active. Sometimes I try to be go into the
I used to
other side.
I used to be a striker. I used to be a striker and a winger, right winger.
Yes, but I try to be go to take the position of right side of the field. But actually, the middle player or middle crew member always yelling at me why I lose my position, why I'm not playing at my position because sometimes I play on those position where the middle player have to be. But anyhow, that's quite good. I like it because this sports I like. There are so many reasons it's it's required stamina. You have to be work a lot on your body, then you could able to take a round and round to the ground. Otherwise it is not easy. Every sports require physical activity. Some sports are not physical, but most of the sports are physical. But I like to play those sports which require energy, which
Just
require
like
some.
myself. Just like myself, my friend. Just like myself.
Yes, absolutely. I try. I am following you, brother. Don't. You are feeling praise because I follow you. Wonderful. I think so. You look like a super professional today, and I think
No,
most of the people.
I always look like a super professional, my friend. I always look like that. Because
Oh,
that's how.
wonderful.
Actually, I've got a pajama, and it looks like I was wearing a suit and tie. So I love
By the
suits
way,
and ties. I love them.
which one is your mean to say legend? Which one is your superstar in soccer? You
In
sport.
soccer, in
Yeah,
soccer,
you. Yes, soccer.
Thierry Henry,
Sorry?
King Henry,
Man,
King Henry, Thierry Henry, Thierry Henry.
uh, which mean to say, I heard this name first time. Which club that he's playing?
He used to play. He's a retired. He's a retired
Okay.
football player, and he played for Monaco, which is a French team. Then Juventus, which is a Italian team. Then Arsenal FC, which is my
Oh,
favorite team,
I'm a
and
fan of. Uh, uh, I
and
just
it's
tried.
an English football team. Then he played for a Spanish team, Barcelona. Then he played for an American team, I think Red Bull. And then he came back to Arsenal FC.
Wonderful. But if you just ask me about the retired player, I am a fan of David Beckham, and the current player, my
Who?
Messi. Messi is
Who?
David Beckham.
Retired?
David Beckham.
David Beckham. David Beckham.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking Man
stylish,
United scum. Fucking Man United scumbag. No, he was okay.
stylish.
And no,
I like.
I'm just kidding. Please don't take me seriously, anyone. I'm just kidding. You fucking Man United scumbags.
But right now, I am a fan of Messi, and I am usually sports Barcelona. But hopefully, he just gained their reputation because these days it is quite crucial moments. It is not they are fluctuating their result. But anyhow, that's quite amazing. You are. totally different from me.
No, I'm not different from you. My friend, have you got a head? Have you got a head?
Yes, I have, with a lot of
Good.
hair. But
Have
I have
have
no.
have you got two arms? Have you got two arms? Please show it to me.
Yes, I have two hands, two
Okay.
legs,
Have you
and
got two legs? Have you got two legs?
yes, I have.
So
Do
we're
you
not
want to
that
stole?
different. We're
Do
not,
you
and
want to stole?
actually, our DNA is quite the same. 99.9% the same. So we are not that different, my friend.
I think so. Everybody has different DNA. It is not similar. There are so many information in our DNA, but
Hopefully, my children gets the information, the DNA information, genealogy that he or she is going to be in Arsenal FC fan.
definitely
Uh-huh.
they got this information from you. If they do not, you just upbringing those skills in them. You, anyhow, by the way, you are. I really admire your humor and the way that you are tackling the situation. That's quite amazing. You're always a good, charming or sharp intellectual ability. You can handle a lot of different difficult questions in an easy way by making a lot of smile on your face.
What?
Nothing.
What?
I
I'm I'm
cross.
I'm not I'm not I'm not an intellectual. What were you saying? I didn't understand you.
Right now, I can understand at this time you are in a mood. So right now you are just gain your mood again because I know the Richie, this is the time that Richie came.
All right, I love you. You know that. You're a good man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Richie, by the way, do you have any other question related to the sports?
Oh, okay. Whiskey. Um, Alice. Alice, thank you for recommending, but I don't drink whiskey because whiskey is the Irish and the American spelling. Whiskey without the E is the Scottish spelling. And what you have just written here is Irish and the American United States spelling, which I don't drink. So that's why, unfortunately, I cannot drink your whiskey, but I can drink my Scottish whiskey, if you know what I
These,
mean.
this information is totally new for me because I have never heard these two types of whiskey. I know about one whiskey that's called, but the synonyms is beer, whiskey, beer, and
Thank you.
alcohol.
Thank you, Alice. Have you been to Wonderland, Alice? Have you been to Wonderland? And have you talked to the Jabberwocky?
I think so. The
And the
questions
Queen,
that
and
you
the Queen of Spades. What on the aces? Was it Queen of Spades or the Queen of Aces? I don't know. Have you
okay,
smoked some trees with the Jabberwocky, Alice? Just
why you are
asking.
asking these questions in the live session? He said he
Oh,
is.
Spanish, Spanish. Buenas noche, buenas noche, buenas noche, Alice. Buenas noche, buenas noche. There you go. Now, all right. Unfortunately, Tayab, my friend, I
Yes,
need to
time
go.
is up.
I told you. No,
Time up.
I need to go because I'm going to have my Skype lesson in about 50 minutes or something. Okay,
Wonderful.
but that was lovely, and thank you very much for inviting me. You can always count on me if you want anything. I don't know you. You're a good man, and
Thank you so much,
I
and
can.
it is really honorable for me to go live with you, and thank you so much for accepting me request, just accepting my
Oh,
request to go live with me. Your generous, humble behavior is wonderful, and you are always make me happy, as well as my viewer really enjoy this live session. This is the things that our both mind is synchronize each other. And thank you so much. This heart is only for me as well as my viewer.
no, for everyone in the world, from
Yes,
for everyone in the world. This
it's
is a
look amazing.
heart shaped.
Oh,
Because
it's
I
just
don't have a heart. I don't have a heart. Here, there's a black hole instead of my heart, so
yeah.
I have to kind of do something.
Thank you so much for making this session so nice. Maybe I can catch your heart and as
Yeah.
well as your blood to put.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. And of course, the lottery. If I win the lottery, as you said it, I'll be in
Yes, yes.
Pakistan next week. Okay?
I, if you give me the chance, I will try to be open the gate of my home for and sitting in
Okay.
front of me with you. So you just come over
Right.
here, and it's quite good for me. Anyhow, by the way,
Definitely.
it's really awesome for me to go live with you, and hopefully we will meet soon in with the next topic, with the new topic. And thank you so much for giving me such a nice time, which is the precious for everyone. And hopefully we will talk sooner. Thank you so much, all the
And
viewers and Richie.
Tayab, I think
Yeah.
you're Muslim, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim.
So let me say Allahu Akbar to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So nice of you. Okay, all the members, I just try to be hang up at this moment and hopefully we will meet soon. Thank you so much for joining this live session. If you have question or any recommendation for the live session, you just told me in the comment section and as well as you can DM me and hopefully you enjoy this session. Your feedback is really valuable for me to make next section more fruitful, more valuable for our viewer. By the way, thank you so much for joining this. See you later. Bye bye with the next new topics, with the next with the new new